In this video, I'm going to cover an alternate timeline where Daenerys Targaryen arrives in Westeros, defeats the White Walkers, and wins the Battle of King's Landing, claiming the Iron Throne. In year 1, her arrival in Westeros and her constellation of power. In spring, Daenerys arrives at Dragonstone. She establishes her base of operations, meeting with Tyrion, Varys, and her other advisors. The initial tension between her and Jon Snow begins when they meet to discuss the White Walker threat. Dany gains allies among the Southern Lords who resent Cersei's reign. She captures key supply lines in the Reach after Olenna Tyrell pledges allegiance to her. In the summer, her conflict with Cersei begins. Daenerys' forces, compromising the Unsullied, the Dothraki, and the allied Westerosi armies, lay siege to Lannister strongholds. Her dragons become a devastating factor in the early battles. Jon Snow convinces Dany to divert some attention northward to prepare for the White Walkers. She reluctantly agrees after witnessing the undead during a reconnaissance mission beyond the wall. Year 2, the Great War against the White Walkers. In winter, the battle for the north. Daenerys leads her armies to Winterfell, joining forces with Jon, Sansa, and the other northern lords. Her dragons provide some critical air support. The combined forces manage to hold the castle after a grueling battle. Daenerys loses one dragon, Rhaegal, during the fight, but her leadership inspires the survivors. Arya Stark ultimately kills the Night King, cementing the alliance between Daenerys and the North. Trust grows between Jon and Daenerys. They share a brief romantic connection, though tensions arise when Jon learns of his real heritage. Daenerys dismisses the idea of him claiming the throne, but their relationship becomes strained. Year 3, the Battle for King's Landing. Daenerys shifts her focus to the south. She marshals her remaining forces to confront Cersei, who has fortified King's Landing with Wildfire and the Golden Company. Tyrion and Varys attempt to broker peace, but Cersei refuses, leading to a full-scale siege. In the summer, the final battle for King's Landing. Daenerys leads a devastating attack with Drogon, burning through key fortifications while her ground forces overpower the Golden Company. Unlike the events in Game of Thrones, Daenerys avoids mass civilian casualties, strategically targeting military positions. Jaime Lannister ends up killing Cersei in a final act of redemption, paving the way for Daenerys' victory. Year 4, Daenerys' reign begins. In the fall, Daenerys ascends to the Iron Throne. She begins implementing reforms, including abolishing slavery throughout the realm and restructuring the feudal system. Jon Snow returns to Winterfell, choosing to relinquish claims to the throne. However, Sansa remains skeptical to Daenerys, leading to a little bit of political friction. Daenerys faces resistance, while many small folk support her for her anti-slavery stance and her promises of equality. Some lords resist her centralized power, seeing her as a foreign conqueror. Tyrion Lannister and Varys work to stabilize her rule, advocating for a balance between strength and diplomacy. Years 5 through 10, the golden era of Targaryen restoration. Daenerys rebuilds King's Landing with the aid of engineers and laborers from Essos. She repairs the war-torn city. Drogon, with only one dragon remaining, Daenerys uses Drogon sparingly, often as just a return against some rebellions. Though Jon refuses to leave the north, he becomes an ally and advocate for peace throughout the regions. He later marries a northern woman, solidifying his role as Warden of the North. Tyrion proposes a council of lords to advise Daenerys, planting the seeds for a proto-democracy. The long-term impact. Daenerys reshapes Westeros. Slavery is permanently abolished across the Seven Kingdoms and beyond. The Dothraki adapt to life in Westeros, settling in the Reach and serving as a powerful cavalry force. The Iron Islands under Yara Greyjoy thrive as allies of the crown. Daenerys becomes known as Daenerys the Liberator or Mother of the Realm. While her reign isn't without some challenges, she is remembered as a transformative figure who broke the wheel of oppressive systems. Drogon disappears after Dany's death years later, but rumors still exist of a new clutch of dragon eggs hatching in remote regions. This timeline combines Daenerys' idealism with her determination, showing her as a reformer and conqueror who achieves a hard earned peace while preserving her core ideals. So I hope you enjoyed that what if timeline if Daenerys won the battle against the White Walkers and beat Cersei without destroying civilians. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.